If you decide that you're going to give your attention to this grid and that you want it to fill in with something that feels good to you, and give it emotional words. I feel appreciation, or I feel love, or I feel enthusiasm. And sometimes you don't feel it, but as you say it, as you establish your determination, doesn't it kind of feel good when the chatter stops? When you're not trying so hard to talk yourself into it, or explain your way into it or out of it, or get somebody else to get it, or to justify it, or defend it, or to protest against it, but just feel the grid. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Reach for an emotion and find it and feel it. An emotion like peace. Or an emotion like appreciation. What does the word love do for you? If you're in the middle of something that makes you feel anger, reaching for this basis, this grid, might be harder to do. But even in your small effort at doing it, it will slow down the momentum of whatever's going on. And if you start your day by reaching for it, that really is the power of meditation. Because in meditation, as you quiet your mind, you are left with that emotional basis that will serve you extremely well. We think you understand this precisely, actually. We think we've hit upon an analogy that will serve you really well. And over the next few days, as you are deliberately creating a grid and then watching it fill in, you're going to begin to feel the power of the grid, the power of your deliberate point of attraction, the power of your alignment with the source within you. You've been listening to us. You come forth from non-physical, and before you were in this physical body, you were non-physical, and you still are. That's a familiar story if you've been listening to us for a while. And part of you came forth into this physical body where you were exploring and taking consciousness forward, not just your consciousness, but all of us. Your exploration of contrast is causing us all to reach into these new places. And once you know what you don't want, and once you know what you do want, once you set that focus into motion, we all, from our non-physical perspective, go right there to that new place, to that new grid that your desire established. And we hold to the vibrational basis of what you have created. Because we know it from top to bottom. We know not only the results you think you're asking for, or the results that you are asking for, we know the emotional basis of them. In other words, we know the essence of what you're reaching for. And we become it and hold our focus steadily on that. So you could say that we are a vibrational, emotional grid that when you reach for the feeling place of it, the influence from us will be mighty. You'll feel it. You'll feel the power and the clarity that comes when you identify something that you desire, and that something that you are desiring is an emotional, good feeling, emotional grid. So we like to help you to understand that in order to sort of break that cycle of what we lovingly call what is-itis in your life, in other words, what is so dominant that you just sort of stay where you are, and don't you know it with most people? Aren't they sort of living the same theme in their life? Different faces sometimes, different places sometimes, but basically the same sort of patterns are going on around them because they are such keen observers of what's going on around them. And if there is anything that you could hear from us that would be of enormous benefit to you, it would be to decide that you are going to observe that which is pleasing to you and ignore that which is not pleasing to you and fill in the gaps. And we got to tell you, there are going to be a lot of them, especially in the beginning. Fill in the gaps with your own thoughts, and they must be general, because you can't go from specifically observing unwanted things to specifically observing wanted things. Law of attraction just doesn't provide that much of that to you. You're going to get, for the most part, what you're feeling. So we want to sort of lay a basis of understanding here for you. We want to convince you of something that we know so clearly, and that is, it's much easier than you have been letting it be. And you have the ability to focus much more than you know that you do. But we love you so very much. You always know when we say that we're getting ready to tell you something that you don't want to hear. We love you so much, you are lazy focusers, because you've become sort of at ease with letting your life entertain you rather than you create the life that is entertaining to you. And so rather than being such observers, as we are moving through these hours that we are together, we want to sort of call your attention to an understanding that you can focus. No matter what's going on, you have the power to focus around it. You have the power to focus it into a softer place if it isn't pleasing you. You have the power to focus into a more deliberate place if it is pleasing you. And the general theme that we'll be talking about, and it'll be easy for you to hear it because we are very persistent in our delivery of it, because it is the most important thing that you could hear from us, is that if you are in your moment, for whatever reason, whether you're focused past, present, or future, upon something that is not pleasing to you, get as general about it as you can get. Be as not specific as you can be. Back away from it, back away from it, back away from it as much as you can until you find ease in your more general thought. But if you are in any moment in time thinking about something that is pleasing to you, whether it is a thought from the past or something that you are observing in the present or something that you are anticipating or wanting in the future, and this thought that you are focused upon feels good to you, then become as specific as you can about it. Because in the specifics of anything, there is faster moving energy and therefore more power. If you get specific about something unwanted, two things happen. Not only does that unwanted thing move more rapidly toward you and fill in more of the details of your life, but there is the potential. It happens every time. We shouldn't call it potential. We should call it, there is the factual, for sure, reality that is ensuing. It's like a freight train moving down a very fast track. And it goes like this. At any moment in time, you can choose, if you want to establish an emotional grid, a new basis of attraction at any time. You don't have to just keep parlaying off what's been going before. At any time, you can say, hey, I get this point of attraction stuff. I understand that I am the creator of my own reality. I get that I am emanating a vibration, and that vibration is being answered now. I get it that I don't pile it up and pile it up and pile it up and pile it up. You don't pile up your point of attraction. You only pile up your propensity to offer vibrations in any moment in time. That's new. That's a new way of saying that. You only pile up your propensity to respond in any moment in time. And in any moment of time, this is quite exciting, isn't it? In any moment in time, you can choose to respond differently once you know about the grid. Once you know that right here, right now, you can look at that, whatever it was, and you can have a knee-jerk response to it that creates a new layer of point of attraction, because your grids are moving forward with you as you are moving forward. And you know what else is really interesting? We've been talking to you for a long while about this vortex and about the point of attraction that the source within you holds. How every time you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, and source is the placeholder of all of that. We want you to feel with us just for a moment the power and the importance and the perfection and the love of the vibrational grid that source holds for you. Your Earth spins in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets. Do you have any idea of the extraordinary well-being that is surrounding all of you, you see? It would be so easy for you if you tried just a little bit to feel that grid that is the non-physical placeholder of all that you are. that is constantly filling in with new generations and new ideas and new technology and new, better ways to live, more comfortable ways to live, more ways to live joyously in this leading edge time-space reality. All of us holding that vibrational, emotional grid of well-being, and you layering it with whatever's happening in the moment. But you have the option in every moment. The emotion that you feel in any moment, in every moment, is nothing more, and we are not trying to diminish its importance because it's everything, but it is nothing more than the vibrational relationship between the non-physical grid, the grid that Source is holding for all of you, and the grid that you are holding for yourself in this moment in time. Because when you get vibrationally off the beam from who you are, you feel that discord. It's what we've been calling resistance. This is just another more hands-on way for you to feel it, you see. We've been talking to you for a while, and we say to you, as Seth said to you, you are the creator of your reality. And Jerry said, I like the sound of that, but how is that so? Seth said, your point of power is in the present. And Jerry said, oh, that sounds important, but what do you mean? How is that so? And so all of these years we've been explaining primarily those two things, that you are the creator of your own reality and that you're doing it in your powerful now. Because the only opportunity that you have to contour the vibration of your beingness is right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now, in response to whatever life is bringing you, in response to whatever images are dancing in your head, in response to whatever memories you are imagining or conjuring, or in response to whatever you're observing. Whether you are thinking about the past or the present or the future, you're doing it right now. This is where your powerful now is happening. And in this powerful now, you are establishing yet again another 17 seconds, another 17 seconds, another 17 seconds. A vibrational grid. Your power is now. And your ability to feel how it dovetails in with the long-standing grid, the eternal nature of your being. Do you like knowing that you have a point of attraction? Do you like knowing that it is scientifically, mathematically provable? Do you like knowing that there's no way that you could ever wonder what's coming to you or why it's coming to you when you understand what's going on with your emotional grid? Do you understand that once you understand that not only will you understand what came, you'll understand what's coming. You'll understand what is. You all right with this? Don't get carried away with trying to analyze your thoughts or try to remember everything that you've been thinking. But as you be sensitive to the way that you are feeling, as you are conscious of things occurring, impulses coming, as things happen, don't just consider them luck or coincidence in the way that so often you've thought of coincidence. Think of it as an incident that is co-creating, as a rendezvous that is occurring, as a law of attraction rendezvous that is coming in response to a vibration that you've got going on. It's such a wonderful thing to acknowledge that the things that are coming to you, that the people that you're talking with, that the things that they're saying, that the way the traffic flows, that the articles that you are reading, that every single thing that you are rendezvousing with, everything right down to the last detail is coming in response to the vibrational patterning over which you have complete control. And as you begin exercising it, you will restore yourself to your conscious awareness of the rightness of you, of the worthiness of you, of the bigness of you, of the grandness of you, of the fullness of you, of the wholeness of you, of the goodness of you, you see. These are the impulses that we so enjoy hinting, offering, radiating, emphasizing. And when something thrills you, it is our desire that you understand that it is our thrill that you are feeling. When you feel that love that just radiates right to the very center of that which you are, you've tapped into the love that we have for you. It's such a nice thing when you recognize it. There is a great love here for you. And as always, we remain joyously, aware of you.